Because I have some speakers I want to test at work, I picked up this small Class D amplifier from Amazon. It's a little basic amplifier with just speaker outputs and USB input, Bluetooth, and 3.5 millimeter auxiliary input. There's no controls other than volume and power. And yeah, it was like 30 bucks. And it takes a 29 to 24 volt input. So, since I'm always concerned about what kind of power supply I'm getting with these things, I picked it up and I'm like, man, this thing's really light. And it is a AL1250. It claims to be 12 volt at 5 amps. And I tell you, this thing weighs nothing. So, concerned, I popped open the plastic, and on the inside, it's like, at first glance, it's not terrible. I mean, they've actually put insulating tape on everything. It's full bridge rectified. There's a spark gap, and you're thinking, well, it doesn't look too terrible, but I'm sure some of you have already spotted the truly horrifying aspects of this power supply. First off, they have cut existing wires on both sides of the power supply. So keep in mind, these two wires with their exposed ends, see if I can get that in focus. These are live with mains power, and they're just sitting there. There's nothing holding them in place, and they're completely exposed. What they've done is they've soldered a wire to it instead of using the existing one. So this particular one is just a North American plug. And on this side, look at this. They've just soldered this onto the bottom. Look at all the flux residue. And again, they have it completely just cut off and not removed. They've got these live connectors. Now these are low voltage, but still, it's absolutely ridiculous. And look at how thin these wires are. That's for 5 amps. Yeah, right. I think there's a very good chance that I'm just going to send this back and actually flag the product as being dangerous, because you can mark that certain products are unsafe or not as advertised. So this is just completely ridiculous. I mean, how hard would it be for these things to move around inside the case when you're moving the power supply, and just touch anything, just anything? Unbelievable. I was considering hooking up a dummy load to this and testing how much power it can actually put out, but I seriously don't even want to plug it in. It's that dangerous.